Welcome back for the Business Studies seminar series. Today I am going to discuss some questions, multiple choice questions related to interaction between government and business and various forms of business organizations. Right. Let's move to question number 1. Given below are some sources of the income sources of the government. You have to select non-tax income sources. We know government income can be divided into two parts as tax income and non-tax income. Income tax is a tax income. Revenue license fee is a non-tax income. Custom duty, tax income, interest income, non-tax income, capital gain tax is a tax, production tax also a tax, and lottery income it's a non-tax income. Among these options, B, D and G is the correct option. Fourth one. Question number 2. Given below are some objectives and functions of Sri Lanka Standard Institution. You have to select functions of Sri Lanka Standard Institute. Maintaining certified mark scheme, providing research facilities for quality control, implementing ISO standards, measurement of equipment, propagating consumer education. Among these activities, implementing ISO standards, measurement of equipment, propagating consumer education can be taken as functions of SLSI. The option is the second one. Question number 3. Given below are some of business organization. Which of the following represent only the public sector businesses? Incorporated companies, there are some state incorporated companies, state-owned state companies and public sector-owned state companies. State companies, cooperatives belongs to private sector, state corporations, state sector, government departments, it's 100% government-owned business organization. B, D and E. B, D and E shows in the fourth option. Question number 4. Partnerships are highly popular among the professional service. Reason for this. The most significant feature or advantage of partnership business is ability to utilize different skills of partners. That idea is given in the first option. So we can select the first option as the answer without checking other answers furthermore. This one. Question number 5. A feature of an incorporated company is minimum number of shareholders is 5. Most in public limited and private limited companies, minimum number of shareholders is 1. Ability to sell shares through stock market, it is a feature of public limited listed company. Limited liability of shareholders. In some companies, there are no shareholders. As an example, company limited by guarantee, there are members. Legal personality, there is a legal personality for all incorporated companies, that is ability to sue and to be sued by the business name, not by the owner's name. Board of Directors is appointed by the management. Board of Directors is appointed by the shareholders at the annual general meeting. So the correct and the most appropriate answer is the fourth option. This one. Question number 6. Legal personality of government department represent. We know there is no legal personality for government department. We can't sue and we can't file a case against the name of a particular department, a certain department. That should be done by the official designation of the head of the department. Official designation of the head of the department is the first option. Question number 7. Service rendered by the franchisor to the franchisee are. There are different services are provided by a franchisor to his franchisee. Management training, employees market. Employees are not provided, and market also the same. Management training, capital, employee training. Capital is not provided by the franchisor to franchisee. Management training, employees capital, employees and capital can exclude. Employee training, market, management training, market is not provided. Product specification, management training and employee training. These services are rendered by a franchisor to his franchisee. So the correct option is the fifth option. Question number 8. Which of the following represent two economic objectives going to be achieved by the government? There are a couple of economic objectives with the government: full employment, economic growth and development, economic stability, economic efficiency, fair income distribution, fair international trade. Among these economic objectives, economic stability and fair income distribution is shown in the first option. Economic growth and maximizing sales, we can't take this as economic objective of the government. Maximizing sales and maximizing profit, both we can't take. Full employment and decrease in government tax, this one is correct and this is wrong. Improving public image and fair balance of payment, this is correct but this is wrong. The correct option is the second option. Question number 9. Which of the following is incorrect in relation to the fiscal policy? Fiscal policy means the policy related to government income and expenditure, and it is also known as budget policy. Activities related to government income and government expenditure. The objective of fiscal policy is correct. The objective of fiscal policy is maintaining macroeconomic stability. It is the objective of fiscal policy. Government revenue can be identified as tax income and non-tax income. We know government revenue we can divide in two parts as tax income and non-tax income. So this is correct. Government expenditure can be identified as recurrent expenditure and capital expenditure. These are the two components of government expenditure. So it is also correct. Government revenue is sufficient to meet all the government expenses. It is wrong. There's a deficit in the government budget. So this is the incorrect option. Fifth one. Question number 10. Given below are some examples related to the government fiscal policy. You have to select the correct effects of the above statements. Imposing custom duty for imported goods, charging taxes on domestic production, invest in money to develop infrastructure facilities. A. Encourage imports. It is wrong. Increase in commodity price. B. Charging taxes on domestic production. It is a reason to increase commodity prices, or it is reason for the inflation. This one correct. A. Growth domestic production. After imposing taxes on imported goods, it encouraged local industries. So this is correct. B. Decreases commodity prices. After charging taxes, it increases commodity price level of local market. Protects local industries. After imposing custom duty for imported materials or products, it protects local infant industries and other local industries. Correct. C. Make easy the business activities. Invest in money to develop infrastructure facilities. After developing infrastructure facilities, it facilitates to run smoothly the private sector businesses. It is correct. So we can see third one as the correct option for the question number 10. Question number 11. The interest rate paid by CBSL to the commercial banks and primary dealers when depositing their surplus money to purchase government securities is bank rate. Bank rate is the rate charged by CBSL from commercial banks after granting loans to settle their liquidity problems as the lender of last resort. So this idea is not represented by the bank rate. Saving rate, that is normal saving deposit rate. Standing lending facility rate. Standing lending facility rate means the interest rate charged by CBSL from commercial banks for the loans granted by keeping government securities as collaterals. So standing lending facility rate is not represented by the given idea. Standing deposit facility rate means the interest rate given by CBSL to commercial banks for the money invested on government securities. So the correct answer is the fourth option. This idea is shown through the standing deposit facility rate. Question number 12. Which of the following is the correct statement for the consumer protection? In consumer protection, we have to think about the money spent by the consumer and the satisfaction gained through that price paid. Consumer protection is not a major concern due to the technological development. It's a major concern due to this technological development. It's wrong. Consumer receives opportunity to consume goods which give satisfaction for the price paid. You can consider about this one. Consumer protection affect to decrease the sales turnover and profits accordingly. It's wrong. If a seller ensures consumer protection, it increases turnover as well as profit. So this is wrong. Number of goods and services will be increased due to the consumer protection. We can't say about that. There is a possibility to decrease trade malpractices due to consumer protection. There are some trade malpractices, though there are consumer protection laws. So the accepted answer is consumer receives opportunity to consume goods which give satisfaction for the price paid. The second option is the most appropriate answer for the question number 12. Question number 13. Which of the following represent only the private sector businesses? Private sector businessmen means businesses which are started by investing capital by the private sector, not without involvement of the government. Incorporated companies, partnerships, state corporations, these are started by the government by passing Special Law Common Parliament Act. We can't take this one. Sole proprietorship, private sector. Partnerships, private sector. Cooperatives also belongs to private sector. This one. State companies, you can remove. This one also the same. Government departments, and the correct option is the second one. Question number 13. Given below are some features of business organization. Limited liability, having a legal personality, having a continuity. Which of the following represents the above features? Incorporated companies and cooperatives both have these features. State corporations and partnerships doesn't have limited liability and legal personality and continuity. Partnerships and sole proprietorships, their features are unlimited liability, no legal personality and no continuity. State companies and departments doesn't have legal personality. Incorporated companies and government department, here also same, government departments doesn't have legal personality. The correct option is incorporated companies and cooperatives. This is the first option. Question number 15. Given below are some statements related to partnerships. A. Registration is not compulsory. It is correct if the partnership name is contained with the true and actual name of the partners or without having an artificial name, that should not be registered. It is correct. There should be written agreement among the partners. A partnership agreement can be created in three ways: verbal agreement, written agreement and implied agreement. See, maximum number of partner is decided by the agreement. Number of partners is not decided by the agreement. Minimum and maximum number of partners is declared in the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. It says there should be 2 and maximum 20 partners. No legal personality, it's correct. Sue and to be sued should be done by the owner's name, not by the business name of the partnership. This is correct. Profit and losses should be shared equally. This is mentioned in the section 24 of Partnership Ordinance, but it is not a compulsory requirement. It can be changed according to the agreement. By considering these facts, we can take A and D as the relevant option for the question number 15. Question number 16. Which of the following is incorrect in relation to the private limited companies? There are a couple of special features of a private limited companies. First one, there are minimum 1 and maximum 50 members or shareholders. There should be at least one director. When writing company name, the company type should be mentioned with the company name, and Shares and debentures should not be issued general publicly, and insolvency test is not a compulsory requirement to before declaring dividend. Minimum shareholders 1 and maximum is 50, correct. There should be at least one director, correct. Shares cannot be issued publicly, correct. Annual accounting report shall be submitted to the Register of Companies. Accounting, because accounting and auditing is compulsory for all the incorporated companies, but insolvency test is not a compulsory requirement before declaring dividends in a private limited companies. It's a compulsory requirement for public limited companies. The most appropriate answer is fourth one. Question number 17. Which of the following represent cooperative policies? Democratic control, profit motive. Profit motive is not a objective. Providing common needs, surplus is distributed among the members. It not represent cooperative policies. Cooperative education, collective ownership of members. Does not represent cooperative policies. Open and voluntary membership, independence are cooperative policies. So we can take fourth option as the correct answer for the question number 17. Question number 19. Carrying out a business by connecting two or more companies is a merge, acquisition, consolidation, business partnership, business combination. Business combination means carrying out a business by connecting two or more businesses. So the correct option is the fifth one. Question number 20. Which of the following is not an aim of carrying out businesses by the public sector? Public sector businesses expect different objectives by carrying out its business activities. You are given some options: providing employment opportunities, providing public welfare, to earn revenue to the government, to control the private sector, to ensure the public security. But government doesn't carry out its activities in order to provide employment opportunities. So we can exclude this one, and this is the option for the question number 20. Question number 21. Select the incorrect statement with regard to the state corporations. State corporation incorporated under a special or common parliament act. An incorporated company can be started under special parliament act or common parliament act. Common parliament act means starting up the state corporation using an existing parliament act. Special parliament act means passing a new parliament act to establish a state corporation. So this is correct. Full or majority of the ownership is borne by the government. More than 51% from the capital is given by the government. Engage in manufacturing of goods only. There are some corporations which provide services. As an example, Ceylon Broadcasting Corporation is wrong. Provide efficient service with a minimum price is correct. Controlling through a board of directors. The management consists with the board of directors. So the correct option for the question number 21 is third one. Question number 22. Given below us are a couple of statements in relation to state companies. You have to select the correct combination. Being a public limited company, being a private limited company, more than 51% of capital is owned by the government, incorporated under the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. All the state-owned companies should be started as public limited companies. The capital is given more than 51% by the government, and it should be incorporated under the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. A, C and D. A, C, D represent fifth option. Question number 23. Controlling money supply, government influences to business activities. Which of the following role represents by the above statement? As a competitor, as a taxation agent, as a policymaker, as a regulator, as an incentive provider. As a competitor, government carries out businesses competitively with the private sector. As a taxation agent, government and government-related organizations collect taxes from private sector businesses. As a policymaker, government maintains fiscal policy and monetary policy. By collecting taxes and by doing some expenses regarding that means capital expenditure and recurrent expenditure, government maintains fiscal policy. By controlling money supply, government maintains monetary policy. So this is related to policy maker. So the correct option is the third one. As a regulator, government acts as a supervisory body, and as an incentive provider, government provides different incentives such as consultancy services, consultancy and advisory services, financial facilities, market facilities, institutional facilities to motivate private sector business activities. Question number 24. Which of the following provides the highest contribution for the government income? You are given some taxes. Among these taxes, the highest contribution is given by the value added tax. It is charged on goods and services. So value added tax given the highest contribution for the government income. So the correct option is the second one. Question number 25. Which of the following is not a direct tax? There are two types of taxes, direct tax and indirect taxes. Tax burden can be shifted in direct taxes, and if the tax burden cannot be shifted to another party, it is if the tax burden can be shifted to another party, it is a indirect tax. Income tax, that tax burden cannot be shifted to another party. Excise duty, that tax burden can be shifted to another party. Corporate tax, it cannot be shifted to another party. The tax paid by the incorporated companies as a legal person. Withholding tax, amount of tax which is retained by the taxpayer. It is direct tax. Capital gain tax, the tax charged on the profit of selling assets, fixed assets. It is a direct tax. The excise duty is not a direct tax, it's an indirect tax. Second one is the correct answer for the question number 25. Question number 26. There should be a relevant authorities to forward consumer complaints. This is known as right to inform. This should be right to be informed. Right to be informed means the right of consumer to get all the information regarding the product. Merits and demerits should be disclosed by the businessman to the consumer. Right to safety, consumers should have a right to prevent from hazardous, prevent from unhealthy products. Right to get attention, this represent of right to lodge complaints regarding trade malpractices by the consumer. Right to choose, the right to select goods according to the customer's wish. There shouldn't be any conditions when selecting goods. Right to redress, it says ability to get compensation for the trade malpractices. The relevant authorities to forward consumer complaints ensures right to get attention, that is third option. Question number 27. Which of the following is a GMP compulsory product? Canned fish, cement, cordial, medicine, white sugar. Or the medicine, when producing medicine, there should be GMP certificate. GMP means good manufacturing practices. It is not a product specification scheme, it is a system certification scheme. It checks the cleanliness of the production process. So, when producing medicine, GMP certification should be taken by the relevant producers. It's a compulsory requirement. Question number 28. Which of the following is not a SLS compulsory product? There are some products which should be offered to the market with the SLS mark. As an example, brown sugar, fruit juice, ready to drink, synthetic drinks, ready to serve, cement. But here canned fish, condensed milk, these products should be offered to the market with SLS certified mark. Canned fish, cement, cordial and medicine, biscuits. So this one, the SLS should not, SLS mark is not a compulsory requirement to offer biscuits to the market. The option is fourth one for the question number 28. Question number 29. What is ISO 20000? Quality management system, ISO 9000. Environmental protection, ISO 14001 series. Good manufacturing practices, that is GMP. Information protection management system certification, ISO 27000. ISO 22000 is relevant to food safety management system certification. The correct option is the third one. Question number 30. Given below are some benefits of consumer protection. You have to select benefits received for businessmen among these given benefits. A. Ability to get sufficient satisfaction for the price paid, it is for consumers. Ability to gain trust of the consumers, it's a benefit for the businessman. Can reduce promotional cost, it's a benefit for the businessman. Can assure the quality of the products, it's a benefit of the consumer. Can increase sales turnover, it's a benefit for the businessman. Can work against trade malpractices for consumers. So, B, C and E. B, C and E is the third option among the given options. Question number 31. Select the answer which includes only indirect taxes. Indirect tax means the tax, if the tax burden can be shifted to another party, it is treated as an indirect tax. Corporate tax, the tax paid by the incorporated companies, it cannot be shifted, so it is not an indirect tax. Value added tax is an indirect tax. Personal income tax is a direct tax, cannot be shifted. Value added tax is an indirect tax. Capital gain tax is a direct tax and tariff is an indirect tax. Value added tax is an indirect tax, but capital gain tax is an indirect tax. Tariff is an indirect tax and value added tax also the same. So the correct option is the fifth one for the question number 31. Question number 32. A and B columns of the following table shows the way of influencing government to business and related institutions respectively. Providing infrastructure facilities, being a customer, being a supervisor as a taxation agent are given as government role, and you are given some government organizations as Department of Inland Revenue, Paddy Marketing Board, Road Development Authority and Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Providing infrastructure facilities. Road Development Authority construct highways and expressways as a infrastructure provider. 3-4A. Being a customer, government purchase paddy from farmers through Paddy Marketing Board as a customer. 2-4B. Being a supervisor, Central Bank of Sri Lanka acts as a supervisory body of commercial banks and other financial institutions as the apex organization in the financial system of the Sri Lanka. 4-4C. As a taxation agent, Department of Inland Revenue collects different types of taxes from businesses and individuals of the country. 1-4D. 3-2-4-1 is the correct option. It is in the third option. Question number 33. Following are some ideas given by a student regarding a sole proprietorship. Select the correct idea. Maintains a direct relationship with customers. We can consider it as a correct one. Ownership belongs to one person. Sole trader is the one and only owner. Most of them are micro businesses. Relatively, most of small scale businesses are sole proprietorship. One of the world's oldest business organization. This is the world oldest business organization in the world. Can start commercial bank and finance companies under sole proprietorship. It is prohibited to start up financial companies and commercial banks as sole proprietorship. So the incorrect statement is the fifth one. So we have to select it as the correct option of the question number 33. Question number 34. Following table shows the type of business organizations in X column and relevant details in Y column. We have to match the correct explanation with the business organization type. Partnership. Registration is not compulsory. Three, 4A. cooperatives, share value is 100 rupees, it is unchanged. 4. Private limited companies not issuing shares to public, shares and debentures are issued secretly. 1. Public limited companies, the minimum number of directors of a public limited company is 2. Foreign companies, there is a dual registration. They are incorporated in foreign countries and pre-registered in Sri Lanka as a foreign company. 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. It is in the 4th option. We have to write it in the on the given dotted line. Question number 35. Out of the following, which business organization does not have legal entity? Legal entity mean legal personality. Legal personality mean ability to sue and to be sued by the business name, not by the owner's name. Sole proprietorships, they do not have legal personality, and partnership also the same. Limited companies, there's a legal personality. State companies, they have legal personality. State corporations also the same. Partnerships does not have legal personality. Sole proprietorships, partnerships, government departments. Government departments does not have legal personality. Sue and to be sued by the official designation of the head of the department. So, the correct option is the third one. Question number 36. Identify the combination of consumer rights declared by John F. Kennedy. There are universally accepted 8 consumer rights. First 4 was declared by John F. Kennedy, and second 4 is declared by the Consumer International. John F. Kennedy has declared right to safe, right to heard, right to be informed, and right to get attention. Right to be safe, it is declared by John F. Kennedy. This is declared by Consumer International. Right to choose, John F. Kennedy. Right to be informed, this is also declared by John F. Kennedy. Right to fulfill basic need, this is a consumer right declared by the Consumer International. A, C and D. A, C and D represent the third option. So, you have to write third option on the given dotted line. Question number 37. The objective of the monetary policy is controlling the money supply of the country, stabilizing the price level of the economy, stabilizing the bank interest rate, macroeconomic stabilization, maintaining a proper government service. Among these given statements, the correct option is controlling the money supply of the economy. So, this is the main objective of maintaining monetary policy by the government. So, correct option is the first one. Question number 38. Which of the following are relevant to the company limited by guarantee? Minimum share value is 100 rupees. A company limited by guarantee doesn't issue shares, so we have to exclude this one. There should be at least 10 members, there should be at least 2 members. It can be incorporated without including the word limited, it's correct. Profit is reinvested for the well-being of the society or the company. Section 32 to 35 is relevant for companies limited by guarantee. In Companies Act number 7 of 2007, Section 32 to 35 is given for the companies limited by guarantee. So these are carried out with the intention of providing social welfare. C, D and E is the third option. Question number 39. The characteristics that can be seen only in public limited companies. There are special features of public limited companies. There should be at least one member, one shareholder, and maximum number of shareholder is unlimited. When writing the name of the company, the type should not be, it is not a compulsory requirement to write the company type. There should be at least 2 directors and maximum number is unlimited. Insolvency test is a compulsory requirement when declaring dividends, and there are 2 types of public limited companies: listed companies and non-listed companies. Listed companies are the companies which are registered in Colombo Stock Exchange. Such a company can issue shares and can sell shares and debentures through the share market. You are given some options. Share can be transferred freely and maximum number of members is unlimited. In these companies, shares can be transferred freely, not like private limited companies. Going concern and unlimited liability. Going concern means perpetual succession, and unlimited liability means liability of the shareholders is not limited for the capital invested. They have to sacrifice their personal properties. It is wrong. This one. Share cannot be transferred freely and having a limited liability. Shares can be transferred freely, and there's a limited liability. Limited liability, shares and debentures debentures cannot be issued publicly. Shares and debentures issue publicly. Maximum number of members is unlimited and having a going concern. Unlimited and having a going concern. The correct option is the 5th one. Question number 40. Following table shows the main policies of the government and procedures taken under each respectively. Fiscal policy, monetary policy and foreign trade policy, and are given procedures as A, B and C. You have to select the correct answer when matching policy with procedure. Fiscal policy. This is the policy relates with government income and government expenditure. Increasing and decreasing government expenditure, impose tax and remove taxes. Government expenditure, government income. Monetary policy. This policy is maintained by the CBSL, Central Bank of Sri Lanka, to control money supply of the country. And there are some monetary policy instruments are given through the C, change in interest rate, impose in statutory reserve requirement. These are monetary policy instrument. Foreign trade policy, change in foreign exchange, change in tariff. ACB. ACB is the 4th option. Question number 41. Column A of the following table shows the standard and column B shows the certification relevant to that. ISO 9000, it is quality management standard. D. ISO 20000, 27000, this is relevant to security of information systems. A. HACCP, Hazards Analytical Critical Control Point, the abbreviation. B. GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices. C. DABC, DABC is the fifth option. Question number 42. Select the incorrect statement relating to the partnership business. The number of partners that should be in a partnership is determined by the Fraud Prevention Ordinance. It is wrong. Fraud Prevention Ordinance 1840 says there should be written agreement if the initial capital exceeds more than 1000 rupees. Companies Act also applicable for determining number of partners in a partnership. Minimum 2 and maximum 20 partners. This is stated in the Companies Act number 7 of 2007 is correct. An agreement is compulsory for partnership business is correct. Having an agreement is a compulsory requirement. There should be oral agreement or verbal, written or implied agreement among partners regarding different reasons, matters. When there is no written agreement, partners should follow the provision of Partnership Ordinance. This should be Ordinance of 1890, Section 24. When there is no partnership agreement among partners, they have to follow the provisions declared in Section 24 of Partnership Ordinance 1890. It is correct. Registration is compulsory if the partnership business carried out by some other name than the partner's full name. When a partnership carried out its activities with another name other than true and actual name of the partners, that should be registered under the Business Names Ordinance number 6 of 1918. This one also correct. So the incorrect statement is the number of partners that should be in partnership is determined by the Fraud Prevention Ordinance. Question number 43. The objective of the government monetary policy is fair distribution of income, full employment, price stability in local economy, change in reserve requirement, change in discount rate. This is an economic objective of a government. Full employment also the same economic objective. Change in reserve requirement, monetary policy instrument. Change in discount rate also an instrument in the monetary policy. So the objective of monetary policy is price stability in the local economy. That is third option. Given below are some economic objectives and financial instrument: open market operations, imposing credit control, fair distribution of income, price stability, moral suasions. Which of the above are the monetary policy instrument? Open market operations, imposing credit limit. This is also economic. This is an economic objective. Price stability, objective. Moral suasion, monetary policy instrument. A, B and E. Third one is the answer for this question. Question number 45. Given below are some consumer rights and responsibilities. You have to select consumer rights. There are a couple of consumer rights: critical awareness, solidarity, active participation, concern about the society and concern about the environment. Right to save is a consumer right. Right to get information, it's a right. Critical awareness, consumer responsibility. Consumer education, it's a consumer right. Solidarity, consumer responsibility. Environment awareness, also a consumer responsibility. C, E and F. C, E and F is given in the fifth option. Question number 46. A standard related to occupational health. ISO 14001 is related to environment. ISO 27000 it's related to security of information systems. ISO 22000 food safety management standards. ISO 9000 series for quality management, and OHSAS 18001 is related for the occupational health. So the correct option is the fourth one. Question number 47. A sole proprietorships and partnerships are not allowed to carry out as a bakery, as a medical center, as a commercial bank, as an international school, and as a transportation service. A commercial bank should be carried out as a public limited company, a listed public limited company. So the correct answer is a commercial bank, that is third option. Question number 48. Maximum number of partner in a partnership is 20. This is stated in Partnership Ordinance. It says only the minimum number of partners, 2 or more. There is no maximum number of partners in the Partnership Ordinance 1890. Companies Act number 7 of 2007, it says there should be 2 minimum partners and maximum 20 partners. Fraud Prevention Ordinance related to importance of having written agreement. If there is capital is more than 1000 rupees, there should be a written agreement. Business Names Ordinance, it is related to registration of partnerships and sole proprietorships. Limited Partnership Ordinance, it doesn't say about the number of partners, it's the maximum amount of partners. The correct option is the second one. Question number 49. A feature of company limited by guarantee. It doesn't issue shares. Establish it by focus in profit. No. More, all the companies limited by guarantees are carried out with the intention of providing social welfare. Distribution of dividend. There is no profit distribution. Having minimum of 2 members. There should be at least 2 members. Liabilities limited to the value of shares. Shares are not issued by a company limited by guarantee. So the correct option is the fourth one. Question number 50. Which of the following is not a function of Consumer Affairs Authority? Controlling or eliminating restrictive trade agreements is correct. Investigating about anti-competitive practices is correct. Maintaining effective competition, correct. Eliminating restraints adversely affecting to the trade, correct. Numeration services for equipments, this is done by the Sri Lanka Standard Institution. So the correct answer for the question number 50 is 5. Which of the following factor is relevant to the monetary policy? Increase the income tax rate, it's related to fiscal policy. Reduce the government current expenditure, it's a fiscal policy instrument. Increases the interest rate, monetary policy instrument. Reduce the deficit in the government budget, fiscal policy instrument. Decrease the government capital expenditure. So the monetary policy instrument is increases the interest rate. Third one. Question number 52. The answer which contains the three main types of companies which can be incorporated under the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. According to the Companies Act number 7 of 2007, incorporated companies can be started as basically limited companies, unlimited companies and companies limited by guarantee. Public limited, private limited and company limited by guarantee. Public, private are limited companies. Limited by guarantee is separate type of company. Private limited companies, offshore companies, companies limited by guarantee. Limited companies, offshore companies, companies limited by guarantees. Companies limited by guarantee, unlimited companies, overseas companies. The correct option is fifth one, limited companies, unlimited companies and companies limited by guarantee. Fifth one. Question number 53. You are given a table and there are two columns, X and Y. Above, X column shows the type of business organization and Y column shows the statements relevant to them. What is the answer that contains the correct matching pairs after column X is matched with Y? Franchise business, A. Business name comes under a royalty, 5 for A. State companies controlling under government, 3 for B, 5. Companies limited by guarantee can be started without a capital. Listed companies quoted, registered in Colombo Stock Exchange companies, the public limited companies which are registered in Colombo Stock Exchange are known as listed or quoted companies. 4. Offshore companies. Business activities are prohibited in Sri Lanka. Offshore companies are incorporated in Sri Lanka, but they are prohibited to carry out business activities in Sri Lanka. They should carry out their business activities outside Sri Lanka. So, 1 for E. 53241. 53241 is in the second option So answer is the second option for the question number 53. Question number 54. Consumer rights as well as consumer responsibilities are given below. You have to select the consumer responsibilities from the followings. This is a right, it's also a right. This is also a right. Consumer education also a right. Environmental concern is a consumer responsibility. So the option is fifth one. Question number 55. An instrument of fiscal policy is, basically fiscal policy instrument we can divide into two parts as government income and government expenditure. Government income can divide again into two parts as tax income and non-tax income. Government expenditure we can divide into two parts as recurrent expenditure and capital expenditure. Control in money supply, strong. Change in interest rate, it's a monetary policy instrument. Declaring dividend rates, discount rates, it's monetary policy instrument. Control in capital expenses, it's a instrument or tool of fiscal policy. Imposing statutory reserve ratio, also an instrument of monetary policy. So the correct option is the fourth one to the question number 55. Question number 56. You are given some information regarding various forms of business organization and their explanation in column Y. You have to select the correct combination. Partnership. Unlimited liabilities. 2. Company limited by guarantee, no share issue. Listed companies issue shares through share market. They are registered in Colombo Stock Exchange to sell shares and debentures through the share market. State companies under the control of the government, 51% from the total capital represented by the government funds. 1 for D. Multinational companies, they are spread in different countries all over the world, operate in various countries in the world. 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. That correct combination is shown in the fifth option. Question number 57. Select the answer which contain characteristics of a professional partnership. Perpetual succession, limited maximum number of members. In professional partnership, the maximum number of partners is unlimited. It's a special feature of a professional partnership. So we can't accept this one as the answer. Limited liability and no legal entity. The liability is unlimited. So this one also a correct one. Unlimited liability and issue of debentures. Shares and debentures cannot be issued by a partnership. So we have to exclude this one also. Maximum number of members is 1 and can issue debentures. Strong. In any partnership, there should be at least 2 partners. Unlimited liability and no limit for the maximum numbers. There's a unlimited liability and there is no maximum limit of partners in professional partnerships. So the accepted answer is fifth one. Question number 58. external price stability means, external price stability means maintaining constant foreign exchange rate or stable foreign exchange rate. That idea is given in the first option. Question number 59. What is the most popular business establishment type in Sri Lanka? We can see a lot of sole proprietorship businesses in Sri Lanka. So the most popular form of business organization in Sri Lanka is sole proprietorship. The answer is fourth option for the question number 59. Question number 60. What is the immediate effect of the turnover and profit of a business when the production is reduced while the price of common good is increased? When production is reduced, turnover decrease. When production is reduced then while the price of common good is increased, then profit decrease. So the acceptable answer is this one. Fourth one is the acceptable answer for the question number 60. Question number 61. Which consumer right is violated when the expiry date of a particular good is not mentioned? That means they have not given correct information. It violated right to be informed. That is fourth option. Question number 62. Following table shows the type of companies and some of their characteristics. What is the option that correctly matches the characteristics according to the order of the company types given? Private limited companies, inability to issue shares and debentures in public, E. Public limited companies, ability to issue shares and debentures in public, A. Companies limited by guarantee, non-distribution of profit, D. Unlimited companies, unlimited liability of shareholders, C. Offshore companies having incorporated in Sri Lanka and doing business activities overseas only, they are prohibited to carry out business activities in Sri Lanka. That is B. EADCB. It is in the fourth option. So the correct option is the fourth one for the question number 62. 63. Following are certain characteristics of business. Out of the above, what is the option that contain only the characteristics of partnerships? Less legal requirement. Correct. Continuous existence. There is no continuous existence or perpetual succession for partnership businesses. Unlimited liability. The liability of partners is not limited for the capital invested. So they have to sacrifice their personal properties to settle the external liabilities of the partnership. This is correct one. Mutual agency is a special feature of a partnership. Each partner is principal as well as agent of other partners. That concept is given through the mutual agency. Paying of taxes by the business name, it is prohibited because it is not a legal person. Tax should be paid by the partner's name. A, C and D. A, C, D is given in the second option. Question number 64. Following table shows business combination strategies and descriptions related to them. What is the option that correctly matches the description according to the order of the combination strategies given above? Horizontal combination, that means merge with the firm in the same industry, that is B. Vertical backward, merged with firm previously worked as distributors. Merged with firms previously worked as suppliers, D. Conglomerate, merge with firm in another industry. Vertical forward, merge with firm previously worked as distributors, C. B, D, A, C, it is in the second option. Question number 65. Following are some of the benefits gained through consumer protection. Out of the above, which answer contains the benefits occurring only to a customer? Being able to consume goods equivalent to the value of payment. It says about the idea about consumer protection. Being able to gain customer trust, it is for businessmen. Being able to minimize products promotion cost, it's also for businessmen. Being able to ensure the standard of the product, that means it gives a quality certification, are given third party assurance. Being able to increase turnover, it's for businessmen. Being able to go against trade malpractices through the consumer protection. A, D and F. A, D and F is given in the second option. Question number 66. Nimal and Kamal are running a partnership without partnership agreement. During the last year, they have obtained 5% interest on their agreed invested capital as well as loan, and Nimal admitted to his friend Sunil as a partner on his own, on which Kamal made a request to increase the salary he is currently drawing by claiming that it is insufficient. Chief Executive Officer. As per the above case, how many conditions have been violated by this partnership according to the partnership ordinance? They have obtained 5% interest. According to the partnership ordinance, profit and losses should be shared equally. On the agreed invested capital as well as loan, admitted his friend Sunil as a partner on his own, which when admitting a new partner, consent of all the partners should be there. How to give consent by all the partners to admit a new partner. and have requested a salary, no salary for the services rendered by the partners for the partnership business. Another one. So they have violated 3 conditions in the partnership ordinance. Third one is given in the third option. Right. Question number 67. Which one is not required to submit to Commissioner of Cooperative Development when registering a cooperative society? When registering a cooperative society, there are couple of documents shall be forwarded to the Commissioner Development of Cooperative Societies. 2 copies of interim constitution should forwarded at the incorporation of cooperative society. The feasibility report of proposed economic activities is correct. How to provide a feasibility report regarding the proposed business activity. The report of annual general meeting in which the proposal was approved is correct. How to forward the minutes of that particular meeting in incorporating the cooperative society. The map direct into the location to the society. How to forward a map by showing the direction to the cooperative society. It is also correct. Private information of members who signed the application. It is not a material fact or it is not relevant document that should be forwarded at the incorporation of cooperative societies. So the 5th option is the answer for question number 67. Question number 68. X column of the following table shows the different types of business institutions and Y column shows the list of institutions where they should be registered. Share brokering companies. These companies should be registered in Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka as a regulator of that particular field. How to register in this particular firm. Insurance companies. This is the regulatory body of insurance business. So insurance companies should register again in Insurance Board of Sri Lanka. Licensed banks, licensed commercial banks or licensed specialized banks should be registered or have to get a permission from Central Bank of Sri Lanka to carry out its banking activities. Second one, cooperative rural banks, Department of Cooperative Development. 1 for D. 3, 4, 2, 1. It is in the 4th option in the given options. Question number 69. When a customer asks for a kind of canned food from a businessman by a specific brand name, he gave a canned food of a different brand name since the ingredients of the product had not mentioned on the label. The consumer required it from the businessman that he ignored the request. As per this incident, the number of consumer rights have been violated are. This person have asked for a particular type of canned food, but he was given another type of canned food. It violated right to choose. And the ingredients have not mentioned in the label, the second one. Try to be informed. the customer inquired it from the businessman that he ignored the request. That means consumer have the right to know the ingredients included in the particular product in order to protect his health, right to safe. That is the third one. That means there are 3 consumer rights have been violated according to this critical incident. It is in the second option. Question number 70. Some of the characteristics associated with business organizations are given below. One of the above, select the group that contains characteristics relevant to sole proprietorship. We have to select the characteristics of sole proprietorship businesses. Able to issue shares and debentures, wrong. Unlimited liability, correct. No legal personality, correct. Owner has to use his personal name for legal matters. Compulsory business registration. Registration is not compulsory if the business carried out its name under the owner's true name. Independent decision making, correct. Compulsory publication of financial statement, accounting and auditing is not a compulsory requirement for sole proprietorship. B, C and E. B, C and E is given in the third option. Question number 71. Some of the statements related to partnerships below. One of the above correct statement or statements related to partnership is A. We have to select correct statements in relation to partnerships. Having a written agreement among the partners is an essential. Agreement can be done in 3 forms as a verbal one, written one or implied one. Registration under business name ordinance is essential. Registration is not compulsory. There is no legal personality, correct. Partnership agreement determines the maximum number of partners, wrong. Liability of partners is unlimited, it is correct statement. C and E only. It is given in the second option. Question number 72. A characteristic is not related to a public limited company. Not having maximum ceiling on number of shareholders, correct. Minimum 1 and maximum is unlimited, correct. Not having a maximum ceiling on number of directors, correct. There are minimum 2 directors and maximum number of directors is unlimited. Mandatory listing on stock exchange, no. There are some public limited companies which are not registered in Colombo Stock Exchange. These are known as unlisted companies. The companies listed or registered in Colombo Stock Exchange are known as listed companies. Need to test the solvency before declaring dividends. It's correct. It is a compulsory requirement before declaring dividends by the management. Ability to issue shares publicly, it is correct. Shares and debentures are issued publicly to the general public. Third one is not related to public limited companies. Question number 73. Which of the following can be considered as a government tax revenue? Driving license is non-tax income. railway charges, non-tax income, postal charges, non-tax income, bank charges, it is not relevant for that, and rates, that means assessment tax which is collected by the local governments. Third one is the option, it's a tax income. Question number 74. Which of the following can be considered as a trade malpractice? Non-payment of employees' salaries on due date, it is not a trade malpractice, it is violating consumer employee right. Not keeping business place clearly, it is not relevant for business malpractices, trade malpractices. Remove an employee from the job, it is not relevant for trade malpractices. Selling goods higher than the market price, that means creating a black market situation, it's a trade malpractices practice. Not maintaining sound relationship with customers, it is not relevant with trade malpractice. So the correct option is the fourth one. Question number 75. An advantage to the franchisor through a franchise business is, first one, no investment risk, certainty of risk, the ability to obtain franchise license at low cost, the ability to conduct the business operations independently, the ability to get training and advices from the franchisor. First one is the answer, because franchisor is not invest capital to start up the business of the franchisee. So we have to take the first one as the option, correct option. So these are the different ways of checking multiple choice questions in relation to the lessons called interaction between government and business and various forms of business organization. I hope this will be helpful to you. I'll be back with another set of multiple choice questions and other questions and answers. Thank you very much.